Hey guys, so glad that you're all here today, not sick like you all were last week. That bird flu was terrible. I'm so glad that you guys turned in your essays finally, and I got the chance to read them. And I noticed that there were some good sentences in there, but a lot of them, they were just too basic, and there were things that you could combine, and that's where semicolons come in. Have any of you guys ever experimented with using semicolons before?
No.
No? Okay, good. Well, we'll start fresh then. So a semicolon basically has many uses, and I wrote them up on the board here, so let's go through them. First, a semicolon can separate items in a series if any of the items contains a comma. So if you're going through a series, if I was trying to explain all the uses that Indians got out of the animals that they killed, you could say Indians killed buffalo, and the many uses they had were to use their meat for food, to use their bones as tools, to use their skin as blankets. So that's a series, and you can separate those things by semicolons. So that's the first use. Next, you could separate independent clauses joined by conjunction if either the independent clauses contains a comma. Does anybody know what that means? Basically what it says, straightforward, right?
Yeah.
We can go on to the next one, everybody's got it. The third one says we can join two related independent clauses if no conjunction is used. And fourth, before a conjunctive adverb, we can have a semicolon, or a parenthetical expression that joins the clauses of a compound sentence. Do any of you guys know what a conjunctive adverb is?
Like although.
Yeah. However. Yeah, and basically that's just going to go in between the two independent clauses to show that how they connect. So if you're saying however, it's showing you that the second one is basically going against what the first one says. If you say moreover, it means that it's going to be continuing the thought of the first independent clause. So here I wrote on the board a couple of sentences that are two independent sentences, but they relate, and all three of them could have a semicolon. Do you all know where the semicolon could go on the first one? Lindsay.
Okay. I went to visit Paris. I hear they have beautiful weather this time of year. So would you put the semicolon between Paris and I?
Yes, you would.
All right.
Will you come on the board?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. So, what does one look like? I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
That's what a semicolon looks like.
Okay.
I thought you might have all seen them before. Okay.
Okay.
The next one says, no one was seriously hurt in the accident. One man suffered a broken finger. Jade, do you know where there could be a semicolon in here?
I would put one after the word accident.
Correct. Would you like to do it?
I would love it.
Excellent. Why can't I put the semicolon after man and before suffered? Because it would make no sense, right?
Yeah, do that.
Obviously.
That was a
Rhetorical. We're talking about rhetoric here. Number 3, guys, it says, the manager did not approve of the plan. He suggested several changes. You know where there could be
After plan.
after plan, before he?
Yes.
Yes. Also, here's the thing that I think I forgot to include. When you put a semicolon here, this is not capitalized anymore because it's not a new sentence.
Okay.
So the next word after it should just be lowercase. And if you were to have a conjunctive adverb in there, like however, there would be a comma after that, however, or moreover, whatever it is. And then, well, I still stays capitalized. But he, not capital He anymore, lowercase.
Okay.
And there's a semicolon right here. Sorry I did your job for you.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, now I want all of you to think up your own sentences that could have a semicolon in there, and if possible, throw in a conjunctive adverb.
Okay. It's gonna be hard.
We can work together on this if you want.
Okay, let's see, so what if we did, what if we said I wanted to buy?
Okay.
What if, okay, what if we said I wanted to buy a Mercedes, however, it was too expensive? Okay, so okay, can we tell you, or do
Yeah,
you want us
you
to
can
write
tell.
it, or what do you want us to do?
Yeah, and you can tell.
Okay, I wanted to buy a Mercedes,
Mm-hmm.
however,
Semicolon.
semicolon, however, comma, it was too expensive.
Period.
Sad face.
Good. Big sad face on that one. We all want to buy a Mercedes. Do you guys have another one?
We can think of one real quick. Let's see. Let's think of some. Okay, so what if we did, although I got an A in the class, I feared that I would fail. I don't know. Does it make sense?
That would work if you were to switch the order of it. I feared that I was going to fail the class,
Semicolon,
semicolon,
although,
though
comma.
at midterm I had an A.
Yeah, there we go.
There, that could be one. Yeah, it's just
What's our second?
a lot of sentences. If you could mix them up, and you wouldn't necessarily need that semicolon. But if you're trying to write it out that way, semicolon is what you would need. And a lot of times, the semicolon basically it just makes it so that your sentences aren't so bland. It's mixing it together. It's not just so many sentences. It's sentence period, sentence period, sentence period. You're trying to mix it up a little bit. And it shows a lot that you understand the grammar process a little bit more. So it makes me reading your papers when I look at it and say, oh, she gets it, so maybe I don't need to worry about that anymore. And so you guys can use these on your essays about your dream vacation houses and your dream cars. And we're going to work on that a little bit more. So I want you guys to go back through those, find any sentences that maybe relate to each other, because you remember they have to relate. And if there's any in there that could possibly have a semicolon, throw that in there. And then we'll meet back up again and talk about it. And I'll see if it makes sense in your papers.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much.
I hate this all girl school.